My name's Stephen, 23 years old, London based, predominantly known for being the drummer in the Composers. Been fortunate enough to work with a few other artists as well outside of that, and also now running a business, Future Music Services, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I did the conventional thing all the way up until 18, and then I decided to be one of those people that say, nope, I'm not going to do the university thing. So, you know, to my parents, I told them, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a gap year, and then I'll go after, and then, you know, I actually went for like 4 months, and then I dropped out without them knowing. I actually dropped out without them knowing, and then
she ran a boom so all the blessings I get it from you.
So having said that, is there any musician that you wish to play with but you haven't?
Yeah. Yeah. And these are like weird names that people don't even think. Stevie Wonder, definitely 110%. If I could, I'd play that for free. Literally, I wouldn't even take a penny. I'll play him. But here, Stevie Wonder, I think someone like Justin Bieber, just because people don't know like the Composers, and like we've never really played like a pop / R&B kind of situation, but I actually want to say I think that's where one of our biggest strengths lie, literally, like, you know. Who else? I think for me, those two. That's. I think if I did those two and my career ended, I'd be happy, literally. Amongst everybody else, that, yeah, because, you know, in terms of, you know, Afro beats, I don't know. I'd want to say I don't know who we haven't worked with. I think the list of who we haven't worked with is shorter than who we have. So yeah, in terms of Afro beats and like the UK, we've definitely done. Also one collaboration that it was supposed to happen but it didn't happen, Stormzy. Yeah, that's another one. It was supposed to happen, literally, like I won't even dive into it too much because I don't know who's watching, but something happened and it just didn't happen. But that's another one I think would be a very, but you know, we've spoken before, like we're cool, so I feel like it will happen eventually, you know, somehow.
Stephen, what is your greatest fear?
That's a mad question. I think it's okay. I'm one of those people, yeah, I can literally script out my whole life to you. Literally, like, I can tell you at 40, I want X, Y, Z, I want this to be like this to be like that. At 60, this, at 30. And I feel like one of my greatest fears would be not achieving any of that. Literally, I think that's my greatest fear. A lot of things don't scare me. Like, that's the honest truth. Like, I'm not scared of, like I take risks with everything I do. Like, if I even say like half the things that like I've done, you'd be like, this guy is mad, but I do it and it works. So I don't really have, I think I've built like tough skin to a lot of things, but I think just one of my biggest fears is not achieving, like, and I don't know, I'm even scared saying it, that because those words don't come out my mouth, not achieving. Like, I think I can do whatever I want to do, but yeah, that's probably like my biggest fear.
What are we to expect from yourself?
Oh, just like expanding on everything, you know, like, you know, the band is almost, you know, we're in like a new phase of it where it's like we've released music before, but it's like, you know, now a body of music is going to come out, so we're going to hear like, you know, a lot more production from us, like, you know, music we've produced, music we've written, like, you know, I've written some music with people, I've produced stuff with people, and we all just kind of put it together to create like an album you know, which is going to come out soon. For myself, just kind of nothing changes with me, you know, like honestly, I just kind of expand on everything that I do, like I just almost want to grow everything. So, you know, just the business, like a lot of, you know, things I've been working on this period, and I'm just going to be releasing, like, you know, bit by bit, like, you know, new artists under the company, new like ventures and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. That's about it really. Nothing crazy. It'd be the same formula, just, you know, bigger than, you know, better every time. Being humble, definitely number one. Definitely. I think being humble, taking your craft very seriously, and being a good businessman / woman, because being humble is just, music is people, do you know what I'm saying? People are your consumers, people are the people that are going to get your music to where it needs to be, and you need people to connect the dots. And I think what people don't realise is a lot of the time in music, you get a lot of opportunities just because someone likes you, literally. Like, you can be, I've seen guys play like big tours for a very long time, and I could probably pull like 10 people that can play better, but when I realised the difference is, he's just a really nice guy, literally, because you have to remember, it's not, when you become a musician and you're, you know, touring and playing shows, I would genuinely say probably 20%, 20-30% is the being on stage playing the show. The rest of it is traveling, staying in hotels, eating together, going out together. So if you're not a cool person and, you know, you're just an arrogant person and you feel like, you know, I'm this and that, like, no one's gonna really take to you, even down to people who aren't involved in music, just people you meet on a day. Like, I think that's one thing, like, anytime I leave my house and I go into a public place, like, even just how I look, like, not that I walk around like, but like, I never want to look like I can't be approached, or, do you know what I'm saying? Because you just, things go a long way, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you meet me and I was rude to you, I was mean, like, that might be the first and last time I meet you, but you might go and meet someone else and you don't know who you're meeting at the end of the day, do you know what I'm saying? I could meet someone who I don't know, could be a very big link to something, and if I was rude to that person, it can almost be like, right, I was gonna actually do something that would have got you here, but why should I waste my time? And to be honest, I've had that before. I've had people like almost behave a certain way towards me just as I was about to do something for them, and it's almost like I pulled back, and I saw one of those people the other day, and I literally looked at him and I just kept it moving, and and he was almost trying to backtrack, and I was like, no, like, it's cool. Remember, there was a time your shoulders were here, you thought you was, you know, the hottest, and then the decline is mad, do you know what I'm saying? Like, in the least, I'm just grateful I'm still here doing what I'm doing, you're not, you know, and so that's just a very big part. Perfecting your skill, definitely for musicians, especially those who like play, even those who sing. Singing is an instrument. People don't realise it's all an instrument. It's not just drums, keys, whatever. But that's very important because, you know, you never know where you're going to walk into. You never know what you're going to find yourself doing. And if you just don't have that side of, I can walk into any situation and just work, you know, you lose a lot of, people just won't call you because you're not, you know, you're not up to the standard. And then being a good business, I think probably this is one of the most important things to me personally, being a good businessman, because it's like, if you don't know how to deal with your business and you don't know your business, you will just almost, you will lose out for no reason just because you didn't know something. So it's like, one thing I'm realising a lot now that I'm meeting with people is like, a lot of guys that have been playing on like people's tracks in like the studio, they're not up to date with things like royalties and all of that, and it's just like, do you not see how much the artist is getting, but they just paid you £100 to come and play, where if you wrote the right contract, that money they're making, you have a percentage, so you know every quarter you'll be getting yours as well. So just like learning the business is very important as well. So I think those are definitely 3 of the most important things. And for the Christians, the number one is obviously put God at the center of everything. But you don't know, not everyone's a Christian that might watch this. So,
right, they say never say never. It's a yes or no answer we want anyway. Are we ever gonna see you go solo?
No chance.
So that means forever Composers.
Yeah. I don't know how to say this, and I say this because, do you know why I'm saying this? Because the reality is, I feel like where I've gotten to, until the day I die, literally, the name is going to be attached to me. Do you know what I'm saying? The name Composer will be attached to me. However, in saying that, just because I'm a musician, naturally, I do things by myself sometimes. Like, I will get maybe a call to come and do something. That's happened before. I remember I met some guys from America. I went with a very big deal, and one of them rang me. He was like, yo, we're in London, we got like 4 shows, do you want to do it? And I was just like, okay, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? So forever, yes, it will be attached, but I think the beauty of what we've built is whatever individually any of us do, it's almost like it comes back home to the composers anyway. So, which is why, like, they always say when you're in a group, you're not yourself anymore, because at that point, whatever you do, it affects everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you see me on the road or you see me out and I'm doing drugs, the first thing you're going to probably say is, oh, they all do it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. For example, one of them got married just last week. I promise you, all I've been getting is, so when's yours? So when's yours? So when's yours? So when's yours? Oh, you must be next. You must be next. And it's like, yo, chill. He got married, not me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it will always be there. It was always going to be a part of me. And I'm a firm believer of, I don't start something to give up. I feel like, what we've built is for life, and, we're just going to keep going and keep going. Obviously, music has an expiry date. Music isn't, you can't play shows forever, can't tour forever. One day, and it's happening now. Like I'm saying, one's just got married. You know what I'm saying? He's now got a wife. Before I know it, he's gonna have kids. Another one's getting married in 2 months. Then another one will. Then probably I will. And then at that point, we can't leave our homes and be like we're traveling for 6 months to go on tour. So, things will change. But the legacy's forever. Michael Jackson's gone. He still plays music. We still listen to him. So, yeah, man, it's forever. It's forever.
Final words and advice to any youth or any young person out there who thinks, well, for me, it's all about education. Yeah. What would you want to say to people like that?
Be careful, because there might be parents watching this one.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a seed in anyone's head. But, no, do you know what, just, like, do what your heart tells you to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, now, the world is different. Do you know what I'm saying? The world is so different from what it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, 100%, the only avenue seemed like you need to go and get an education to get somewhere in life. But I think now, like, we see examples every other day of this person built this online business and is now a billionaire. This Jeff Bezos, Amazon, he's coming to be the first trillionaire. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many things now, but I just feel like the main thing you can do is just stay true to yourself, because it's very easy, you have a passion and the passion doesn't go according to plan, so you almost start doing other things that necessarily isn't true to you and what you wanted to do. So I think just always stay true to what you want to do, stay humble. I think that's my biggest thing these days as I'm growing up. Like, just keep humble, because that takes you such a long way. You wouldn't even imagine like how far your character, there's a saying, like, your talent will take you but your character will keep you in that same space. So it's like just that characteristic of you. Like, for me, I think one thing no one can ever take away from me is the same people that when I started, those that I would speak to, those that I would play with, till today, they can still call me and be like, yo, I need you to tell me this, and I'll be there. If I can be there, I'll be there. If I can't, I will find a way and help you. So that's just, I think the character you have towards is, and just keep grafting. Like, it's like such a blasé saying, but it's the truth. Like, just keep working hard because, you know, it's what you put into the universe will come back to you. So, yeah, I think that's my my last words.
All the blessings I get it from you.